Hi, welcome to Genki Goods. My name is Kansai Ben. I'm the host of this channel, and this is our first episode, so welcome. Thanks for viewing. I started this channel for two reasons. You'll probably see them below, but if you don't like reading, if you're like me, let me just explain them to you quickly. First reason, there's a lot of really cool stuff coming out of Japan that we never get to see, and I really wanted to try to do my best to bring it to viewers who are interested in Japan or who just like cool stuff. I have a lot of really good connections. I do get over there quite a bit. But the other reason I started this was because I really wanted to try to see if I could work with companies in Japan who either produce or distribute these products to see if they'd be interested in working with overseas buyers or even companies, so we could try to organize things like group buys, or if interest is big enough, see if these companies will even consider expanding overseas, which is kind of my ultimate goal, because again, there's a lot of cool stuff. It's a real waste to see it just stuck in Japan. So welcome again. Today I have a very cool product that I'm going to review. Before I do so though, I'd just like to start with a short language and cultural lesson in Japanese. I know a lot of times people go to Japanese restaurants and they will order sake. Sake being, I guess in their minds, rice wine. A little bit different. The actual term that you'd use if you're ordering rice wine is nihonshu. It means rice wine, or Japanese alcohol, I guess, if you were to directly translate it. Sake literally means alcohol in Japanese. So if you ever go to Japan and you decide that you want to order rice wine, I would advise you against using the word sake, because you're probably going to be met with a blank look, because you're in essence ordering alcohol. So they're probably going to ask you what kind from there, and it'll just cause a whole lot of trouble for you. So I'll teach you two words. The first being atsukan, which is hot sake or hot rice wine. The second being reishu. Reishu is cold rice wine. So you've got the two types. With those two words, you should be good to go. I'm not even really sure why I got sidetracked to explain that to you, because today, though I am reviewing a type of alcohol, it's actually not rice wine at all. It's a barley-based, a lot of Korean people might know it as soju. In Japanese, it's called shochu. And it's another type of alcohol. It's very popular in Japan. They have a number of different kinds, the main being mugi jochu. That's one of the types, and that's what I'm going to be reviewing today. And of course, within that whole, that subsection of shochu, there are tons of different kinds. And then there's imo jochu, which is potato-based, kind of similar to vodka. Typically, they range from, I want to say about 15 to 20% alcohol, whereas rice wine, I believe, is more around the 15 range. The one in particular I'm going to be reviewing today is 40%, so it's really close to your whiskeys, your vodkas, your typical spirits. And the drink in question, it's my favorite alcohol to come out of Japan. Take a look. Beautiful bottle. This is called Hyakunen no Kodoku, or translated to English, 100 Years of Solitude. Got a little English blurb there that just gives a little bit of background, and then you also have a Japanese explanation on the back. I mean, right off the bat, the presentation is just gorgeous. You never really see anything like this over here. The alcohol itself, I'm not going to go into detail and read the whole, the blurb here. You can probably just look it up online and find it, but it is aged in wood barrels over quite a long period of time, which gives it the stronger alcohol content, and also gives it a more rich flavor. And it also, it's a little bit hard to see, but it gives it a little bit of just a bit of color. Typically, shochu is clear. This guy is a bit of a brown tint. So again, kind of reminds me of whiskey. If you like whiskeys, I highly, highly recommend you try this stuff. The smell takes a little bit of getting used to, but the taste, if you don't mind, I'll sample it and give you my impressions. So, kanpai. So right off the bat, you get that really strong kick of barley, but it settles right down into almost like a burnt, like a really mellow burnt brown sugar flavor that just lasts and lasts. The finish on this stuff is fantastic. I just love it. Unfortunately, just as all the products I'm going to be showing to you from today on Genki Goods, it is probably close to impossible to find over here. And it's even tough to find over in Japan because the demand is so high that you can find it. Typically it's sold on online stores, Yahoo auctions, that type of thing. And even though the retail value is only around 3,000 yen, which would translate into roughly 40, 45 bucks US, you're paying around 80 after shipping and after everything's included over there, just because the demand is so high and it's so popular. I have heard of certain times within the year that some stores will sell this stuff at the actual retail price, but you have to call in at a certain time, and of course quantities are limited, so I would expect that they go very fast. But this stuff is just awesome. So, I mean, again, today's episode is more on the just really cool stuff that you'll not be able to find here, but give it a try if you're ever in Japan, or if you can get a friend to bring it back, that would be awesome. I would love to organize a group buy or something, but you know, there is the issue of legality with sending alcohol overseas, so I would have to do a little bit of research into that. Again, if you're interested in any of the products that I'm showing on this channel, please leave your feedback or drop me an email, and I would be happy to respond and see if we can get something moving. I'm going to try my best for future episodes to review items that are a bit more accessible in Japan and are easier to ship over here, because again, I'd really like to get some of this stuff. Our whole motto here at Genki Goods is to put Japan in the palm of your hand, so to get some really cool items out of there and bring them to you. So I will keep going with the reviews. Hopefully you like them, and hopefully you liked today's review. Again, my name is Kansai Ben, and this was Genki Goods. Thanks a lot.